It's after midnight, everybody's gone to bed. It's time for some midnight ops. Alright, so if you watched my last video about building the 16-9 cabinet, you know that one of the things I'm worried about the most is getting that 90-degree angle on my uprights correct. The reason I'm nervous about that is because that's the cornerstone, for lack of a better term, of making sure this is correct. Because like I said, even if it's off by just a little bit, it'll lean forward or backwards. So there's a few ways to try to get those 90-degree angles. So of course you can see here I got my square, you know, check, recheck, make sure that you're at 90 degrees. Obviously, or another way to go about it is to, you know, use magnets and keep these 90-degree angle. I have a vise here. I'm gonna try out, see how this works. Locks in to keep that 90-degree angle in there. The last option is to make a jig, which I'm getting set up here. I saw this online when I started researching on how to get these 90 degrees. What they did is they took, without messing it up, so they just took a piece of steel here and welded a couple angle iron to it using a square, obviously to keep the right angle on there. And then you just put your pipe in there or whatever will be, clamp it down, and you have a pretty good jig for a 90-degree angle. So I have a bunch of different options. I'm going to get this welded up here and see how this one works, and then make my 45-degree angle cuts over there on my saw. So be able to set that to get my 45-degree angles on there as close as we can to it. Alright, so I'm going to weld this up. This will be my first use of my welder in a few years. So this is just my welder here. I use flux core, so the shielding gas is inside the core. Like I said, I'm not even a hobbyist, it's just something I just own a welder, that's it. So let's get this welded up and see where we go from here.
I blew the circuit breaker. Also, on all these welds, I had the speed and voltage of my welder set wrong. As I said, I haven't welded in a long time. I thought I was welding the same material I had previously, but the tube I used before had 1/4-inch balls, and these were just an 1/8-inch.
So the first welding I've done in 3 years, you can see how terrible that looks. Holy crap, is that bad. So I had a couple false starts here. It's tacked in right now. So you see all this splatter is because I'm using flux core. So there's tons of splatter when you do this. Alright, I think I got it. Just a few little welds here. These welds are really ugly, but this is the first time I've welded anything, like I said, in a few years. There's one side, the other side here. Ugly, ugly welds. But you could see there's no play in the square. So I had to cut the welds on the one I did and redo it because there was play in it. It wasn't perfectly square. But now there's absolutely no play in this at all. So that should get me, so if I pushed out here on each side, it's even the whole place. So now this should get me 90-degree angles. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, see you on the next Midnight Ops.